Come with me to make tuna popsicles. It's been super hot outside and everyone could use something refreshing. These are really easy to make and are always a big hit. What you'll need is a bowl, 2 things of tuna. I like mixing a packet of the chunk light tuna in water, a can of the salt-free albacore, but any kind is fine as long as it's the tuna in water and not oil. You'll also need some bone broth. The Nacho brand is one of my favorites because it's made for cats. You also need an ice cube tray or mold and about half a cup of water. You don't need any gloves, but I'm using them because I'm mildly allergic to fish and I don't want to have a reaction. Here I'm opening the can of tuna and adding it to the bowl. I chop it up a little bit with the lid from the can just to help break it up. I'm gonna open the packet of tuna and add that into the bowl and mix that in as well. I usually use a spoon to do this part, but decided to use my hand this time and it was way easier. I'm setting some of the tuna off to the side as well. You don't need to do that. That's just for one of my foster cats that needs medicine, and this is the easiest way that I found to get her to take it. So now that I have all my tuna mixed up, I'm going to add some of the bone broth to the bottom of the mold. I like to add a layer of the broth on the bottom so it has something to freeze better to, if that makes sense. I've tried adding the meat to the mold and then filling it with liquid and it just doesn't freeze right. I'm gonna add the meat, some of the tuna mixture on top of the broth. You don't want to pack it in super tight, that's what she said, because then the liquid won't be able to get all in there and freeze as well. Once I have some of the meat in there about halfway full, I'm gonna add some water. You could just use more bone broth for this part. I'm just using water to help make it a little bit cheaper. I'm going to top it off with a little more tuna and finish filling it up to the top with bone broth. I don't know why I decided to use my spoon at this point. I think I just thought that I had it out, so I should use it. But I ended up using it to mix in the medicine, so that was fine. I'm going to go ahead and set it in the freezer. You want to make sure to let it set for at least 12 hours to make sure it's completely set. I find that the bone broth takes a little bit longer to freeze than just plain water. And this is what they look like when they come out. This mold has a super cute little flower design, which is not necessary, but I think it's cute. I like to pop them all out and put them in a Ziploc bag so I have them ready to go whenever I need them. It's a really great way to help keep your feral cat colonies cool in the summer. Obviously cats should be kept inside whenever possible, but with feral cat colonies that's not really an option. I try to reserve these for days when it's crazy hot outside because you don't want these to be an everyday thing, but on days when it's really hot out, it's a nice refreshing treat. Thanks for watching. Follow along for more cat content.